to his motion. So he's going to go forward, then back, and then stand up and deliver. We have two pitchers practicing this drill together. So he's sitting down in the bucket, forward, back, come up and throw. When he's coming up is when he starts getting ready to throw. This is getting that momentum carrying forward and to keep him closed as well. This is a pretty new one for us, but we had a lot of success in February and January going through these drills with this. So that's some of the drills there. If any of you have any questions on some of that stuff, feel free to ask them now. I can my email afterwards so we can talk about some of the other things about pitching. Honestly, I don't like seeing curveballs before they turn 13. If you guys want to do that, that's fine, but I particularly don't advise it. I think the fastball and the straight change are good enough at that age. If they're a good enough pitcher, their fastball should be going. There's science going both ways that, yeah, it doesn't affect them, but there's also science that says it does affect them. I tend to lean more on the side of caution. No one's going to get signed for a college scholarship when they're 11, especially in Central New Hampshire. So that's my philosophy, my belief on that. You don't share it, that's fine. I won't hold it against you. But there's been a lot of elbow injuries as time has moved forward, which leads me to my other thing is, let's not overuse these kids at a young age, okay? 10 years old, they get up around 75 pitches, they're done. I don't care if it's a 2-to-1 game. Don't push it. It's not worth their future for one game, okay? 12-year-old, you can go up a little more. These guys, the school rules specify when you're a varsity player, it's 120. Derek's come close a few times, but we got him out before that point. What? 120. Yeah, he probably has in his lifetime, but that's kind of how the rules are going along, the smart pitch system. And they usually, when you start getting up to those limits, at least give them a few days off. Okay? They're young, they're developing. Let's not burn them out. Don't get me wrong, I'm the most competitive guy you guys probably ever run into. But I also know that at the younger age, they have to develop and they have to grow. Okay? We all want to win, trust me. But we can't do it in lieu of jeopardizing a kid as he gets older. Next thing we're going to move on to is catching. Aaron's going to do some catching things here. We're going to talk about footwork, throwing, receiving, and also blocking. He doesn't have his gear, so we're going to go through the blocking drills just in kind of a slow motion on the thing. So we'll work over here. What we want for a catcher, yeah, you guys can come over here. This might be easier so he's on the rug, so if you want to come up. You're not as concerned about giving signals yet at these ages.
You're not in it.
But when Aaron's giving a signal, he's more in a relaxed position, and he's able to keep it in between his legs so only the pitcher can see. When there's nobody on base, he stays in a more relaxed position. Get here on base foot position. So his right foot is behind his left a little bit, as you can see, and his hands are bent, but he's not fully extended out, okay? He has to, when he receives the ball, still cushion the ball, okay? When there's a guy on base, he gets up with his butt a little higher, so you can see, so he can get up quickly out of the stance to throw someone out. When he receives the ball as a catcher, he comes up. As you can see, his right foot basically replaced his left foot, okay? So when they're in this position, they're coming up and it's almost, they're kicking in there. You see where my right foot became my left. That kind of comes in there. His momentum is carrying him a little forward as well. And the ball's coming up by his ear, okay? No long motion like this because it'll never get there on time. It's all about getting rid of the ball. You don't have to be blessed with a cannon of an arm to be an effective catcher throwing people out. You've got to be quick. and you've got to be accurate, okay? Aaron is an excellent mechanics catcher, receives the ball very well, has proper throwing mechanics. So working on the throwing mechanic, what we just talked about, we have a drill. We set up baseballs along each way. 5 baseballs, and we do this all in full gear. Yeah. You need the ball, right? With the ball in hand in the glove, he's going to pop up into his throwing position at each ball, and we want to see his front leg come up to that ball. Yep. Here we go. Comes up to the next one. Next one. Next one. Next one. So he's working on his mechanics and getting his quickness out, okay? Another throwing drill is we have 2 catchers, they'd be a good distance apart, throwing to each other. So in this case, right there and down there. We don't have to be a full base width baseline apart. Aaron comes up throwing. Like Derek will act, the other catcher will act like a second baseman covering the base. And he turns around, you can do it too. It's okay to do it. And he does the same thing. That's that you don't want to take that long motion. But we have 2 catchers usually working together, and they work these throwing drills. They become quick. Throwing to third base. Now let's cover his footwork throwing to third base. With the right-handed batter. No, you want to be the batter? Sure. Coach, I'll turn my side, but. We'll have you turn this way. So like second base there. So you can go right hand there. So, yep. Watch Aaron's footwork as the ball comes in. He steps behind the runner so he doesn't. The batter does not have to move whatsoever, okay? So he throws the ball and it hits the batter in the helmet. It might hurt the guy, so he'll probably want to duck, but he doesn't have to move, okay? So on an outside pitch, a little bit different. He steps in front and makes the throw, okay? Any questions on what we do with catchers in terms of throwing? Again, the biggest thing is getting them to work on their quickness and then the accuracy. We are starting to incorporate weighted balls with these guys. So we have drills where we'll come up with a weighted ball and they'll come up and throw that to try to work on the velocity. But at this age, I'm worried about mechanics more than anything, okay? Receiving. So what we do is the catcher actually doesn't use his glove in some of our receiving drills. We have different size balls that weigh more than others. We started to incorporate this year, and we do this drill with the weighted balls first, and by the time they get to a baseball, it's like paper. It's like when a batter swinging a heavy bat in the on-deck circle, and they get up to the plate, and the bat is light for them to go. It's kind of the same thing here. So typically, we here, and we'll work on his soft hands. So we toss him one. Then we'll progress to the glove and do the same thing. Yep. We do a lot more without the glove first, but for demonstration purposes, we're going to do 5. Then he progresses to here with his glove. Notice how Aaron has a stiff wrist when he catches the ball. That's because we're doing a lot of work on his soft hands and framing ability. Then I'll move a little bit further back. I won't do it right now. And I'll throw him harder, and I'll throw him in different spaces. And his goal is to try to frame the ball. So let's give you an pitch on this side, okay? Framing on this side. Watch how you kind of you don't want to take it and pull it all the way in, because then you give it away to the umpire, okay? It's just a small little turn in. Other side, same thing. Just turning that in a little bit, okay? Most important thing, catch the ball. we don't want the catcher jabbing at it, because not only does it make it harder and it takes you moving the ball at strike zone, you can put your hand into the batter's swing path. Now the catcher's interference, guy gets first base. So, 10 and under, I'm not as worried. 12 and under, I do think they should start trying to work on blocking a little bit, okay? We do a few things for blocking. We start off with he'll get into the proper blocking position. Glove down, he's blocking this hole. He has his mask on, so his face is down, so if the ball bounces up, it's going to hit the mask and fall, or he gets here. We'll just chuck balls right here. We will not do it with equipment off. and to get him warmed up that way. Then we progress to getting rid of the glove, hands behind their back, in their stance, and then we'll throw balls in the dirt. He'll go down and block them. This emphasizes taking the ball in the chest. We don't want them to try to catch a ball in the dirt. We want their chest to catch the ball, if that makes any sense to you. This is a lot bigger of a target to stop the ball than a glove. They backhand the glove, boom, it goes off to the side. Okay? So we really want to emphasize that. So that's why we do it no glove. Then we bring the glove in and we'll go side to side, and then we'll mix in pitches that don't hit the dirt and then pitches that hit the dirt, so they're not cheating, okay? We'll mix them up from a short distance. This does not have to be from the mound, these things. They're all within short distance, okay? All right, so we've got pitching and catching. I know I'm giving you guys an awful lot. If it feels like too much, I'm going to slow down. I know we have an hour, so we're trying to do stuff we probably do in days and an hour. So I just want to give you a general idea. We're going to progress to infield now. Noah and Aaron will, Aaron, why don't you come over for this part? We're going to be talking about positioning. So